Okay, so today we're going to learn how the Intaglio printing method works. We're going to use our plexiglass plates that we've been working on, that we've been carving with the awls and the sharps from the compasses. So we're going to learn how to apply and remove ink in the correct way, and then imprint that onto our edition paper. So the materials that we're going to need for this are the Aqua Intaglio ink, our ink dauber, our tarlatan, and our newsprint for polishing. So if we look at our steps here, we first have to apply the ink with the dauber, but just enough. We don't want too much ink on the plate because then we're just wasting and wiping it away. After we apply our ink, we take our tarlatan, which is our cheesecloth, and we wipe the surface in circular motions so that we can spread the ink into all of the grooves on this plate and then wipe away all of the excess from the white areas that we don't want there. And at this point we would also be wiping the sides here because we don't want a black border. And then we're going to take and form sort of a pillow with our newsprint, and then we're going to polish the surface, and this helps pick up all of the little bits that are left over without getting into the grooves. So let's go through the inking process first, and then we'll talk about the paper preparations and the printing itself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the Aqua ink, which is a water-based Intaglio ink, which is great because it makes cleanup a lot easier, and you can wash it off your hands. But it still does get everywhere, so we want to be mindful of that and just not make a mess and have the ink laying everywhere on the tables, because then it gets elsewhere and it can ruin clothes. So I'm going to take my dauber, just get a little bit of ink on there, and I'm going to work that into the plate. Trying to avoid any areas that I know don't have any lines on them, just to keep my mess down. Once that's done, I'm going to take and wipe away with my cheesecloth, my tarlatan. And I'm pulling away this excess ink. You may notice that there's a big dark spot on the tarlatan. If there is, we're just going to flip it inside out, and we're going to look for a cleaner spot to work with. You don't want to over-wipe your plate because removing too much of the ink is going to leave you with sort of like a ghost print if you're like really pressing and you're removing the ink from the etchings that you made. I'm going to clean off the back here. So my plate is pretty clean here, but to avoid the haziness that might come with excess ink in the white areas, I'm just going to take and gently polish this. So at this point, you'll be working with a print buddy. So while you're handling all of the dirty hands work, they are going to be using their clean hands to soak and prep the paper and then meet you at the press. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've washed my hands and cleaned up my workspace, and I'm going to be showing you what you as the print buddy would need to be doing while your partner is inking up their plate. So your job is to soak and blot the paper and help place it on the registration jig, and you're going to run the press because we don't want dirty hands on the press getting ink everywhere in clean spaces. So the reason that we soak and blot our paper is so that it sucks up the ink from the plate more easily and it creates a nice dark print. So you can see that I've submerged this paper by pressing it down into the water. I'm doing that for about 5 seconds. Any more, and it's just going to turn into pulp. We don't want the fibers to break down. We just want to saturate that paper. You can see I'm also holding the paper by the corner, and I'm letting it drip for a few moments. And then I'm placing it onto a towel. going to take another towel and I'm going to blot this by pressing down. And I'm just looking to check and make sure that the shine is gone. I don't want it to be soaking wet, but I also don't want it to have wet spots that might show up and cause the ink to bleed. So once this is done, you're going to take this and your inked up plate. We're going to take that over to the printing press and we're going to put it in the registration jig. Okay, so here we are at the printing press. I have my pressure set to a little past 4 on the bottom notches over here. You want to check and make sure that the pressure is set evenly between the two. Otherwise, you're going to get an uneven print, or you might break the press, or it may be too loose. Usually that is going to be set by me, but if you're looking for that sweet spot for printing the plexiglass plates, it's just past the 4. And you can check with these little notches on the side and adjust with these knobs. This is our plexiglass plate registration for the exact size that we're using for this project. So the inner rectangle will show you where the plexiglass plate goes. It's always going to go up toward the top here. And then the printing buddy is going to lay down the paper matching these registration marks here. And then we're going to carefully pull the blanket over top, and the person with clean hands is going to run the plate through the press, and you'll feel that pressure change. You want to go steadily. You don't have to go fast, but we're going to go back and forth just because it makes it easier to get the plate out of the press rather than stepping around. So again, the person with the clean hands is going to come over here. We're going to lift that up and away. So you can see I still had a little bit of ink left over here and a little bit on my lines there, but I would say overall this is a pretty good run for this. So remember, we're going to do an addition of 4 for this project. So you're going to need 2 regular plexiglass prints and then 2 with Chine, which we'll talk about next. So when you're removing this plate from the registration jig, you can see that there is still a little bit of ink mess left over here from the back of my plate, even though I wiped it up. And this could ruin someone else's print if you're not setting it down exactly where it needs to be. So what I like to do is just take a damp paper towel and I like to wipe that excess ink away. And that just keeps the work area clean, it keeps the blankets clean, and keeps everybody's stuff from getting too dirty. So let's talk about Chine. So Chine is a Chinese process that became popular in Europe, and it is the process that uses a thinner piece of paper often and binds it to a thicker piece of paper. So you can use this to build up colors and areas of interest in your work, or build up different levels of tissue paper and things like that. You can get very complicated with this method, but we're just looking for an introductory bit to this. So we can go crazy with the Chine, but if we want to try basic shapes first to highlight areas of interest, or just make emphasis in a piece and make the prints a little bit different than just all the same, that's where we're going to start. So for this process, we use nori paste. This is a rice paste, and it works very similarly to glue. It just doesn't degrade the same way. So it's more archival and traditional. So I've gone ahead and re-inked my plate and re-soaked my paper, and I have my pieces ready to print over here. So I'm going to take this little piece of yellow paper that I've cut out with some funky scissors, and I'm going to take a little bit of this rice paste and just apply it to my shape. Now you don't want globs of this on your paper. You want a nice thin layer so that it's going to adhere, because the press is going to squish it into that paper, and you don't want that excess glue kind of squeezing out. So we're going to take our plate back over to the press with our shape and our paper. We're going to see how this prints. So I've come back over to the press here, and I have registered my plate the same way that I would for a regular print. But I'm going to take my Chine Colle piece, and I'm going to place it down on the plate where I want it to be. And I have that adhesive side up, so the adhesive is facing us, because it has to stick to this paper. If we put the glue the other way, it's just going to glue to the plate, and then you have a mess that you have to clean up. So I'm going to align my paper, carefully lay it down so I don't move my Chine Colle. I'm going to lay my blanket down, and then I'm going to run it through the press just like normal. Again, you don't have to go fast, but you should just be consistent. And when I pull this off, I'll have my colored area, and because the ink is still coming through and pressing onto this, it's going to print right onto that colored area. So you've essentially made a little sandwich here with the paper and the ink. So remember, you can go pretty simple with this. You can Chine Colle with other materials. Here I have some tissue paper that really sort of degraded when I put the nori paste on there. You can do clean shapes, or you can get really crazy with it. And here I Chine Colle'd all of these little circles onto the plate. I did this by hand by burnishing, and then printed over top, drew my lines in the background, and then hand colored with colored pencil. So you can take this to a whole nother level with Chine Colle using different shapes and ideas. It's just something you can use to enhance your print. So remember, you need 2 basic plexiglass prints and 2 that incorporate Chine Colle in some way, shape, or form. So we've gone ahead and we've finished running our addition. And now we have to wrap this all up. So first and foremost, don't forget to addition your prints. On the left side, it is the number of the print in the addition over the total amount. So if we're doing a set of 4, an addition of 4, you're going to have 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 and 4, etc. In the middle is your title, which can be whatever you want it to be, in quotes. And then on the right is your signature, and every single print should be additioned in this way. So once your pieces have dried and you've additioned them, make sure that you're also cleaning up your materials. So the nori paste has this little plastic cap that goes inside, and that keeps it from drying out. We're going to take whatever brush we use to apply the paste, and we're going to clean this out with soap and water at the sink. The Aqua Intaglio ink needs to be tightened and placed back into the print cart. And our tarletans, dauber, and newsprint piece are going to be placed back in the freezer wrap, folded up, and also put back in the print cart to be used another day. If you've gotten ink on the table, you're going to go ahead and grab a sponge or a wet paper towel, and you're going to come over and you're going to clean this up. You will take your plexiglass plate, and you will take this over to the sink as well. Put a little bit of Dawn dish soap on this, and then just gently scrub it with your hands, front and back, and then place it somewhere safe to dry. You can also pat it dry, but you don't want the ink to dry in these crevices. And also remember, if you have ink on the registration jig, you're going to take a damp paper towel and you're going to wipe that off as well to make sure that it is clean for the next person.